Happiness Challenge. Congratulations, you've made it this far, or perhaps you're just tuning in. And if that's the case, go ahead and catch up with the previous videos on YouTube. You can also find them on my personal Facebook page. It's all good. For everybody who is participating, I'll catch you up. Every 30 days, there is a prize released. Yes, for everybody who has completed this 30-day challenge, or those 30-day challenges. At the end of 30 days, it resets, and everybody who perhaps didn't even get a chance to do that because they haven't caught up with all of the days gets to do that, right? And that just means you get to catch up. So if you join on day 31, that means that you are able to do all 30 of those other days at your leisure, so to speak, and have them completed by day 60, in which case you're eligible for the next prize. So another announcement, which is super cool. Everybody who is participating in this challenge gets a discount on the Shamanic manifestation workshop that's coming up at the beginning of the year, January 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Super amazing. Last year when I did this, it was off the hook. So much information coming through, so much like education on alignment of how we show up, how we create the world we have, the scientific explanations behind it, the activities, plus the shamanic view of how we create the world around us. And also, one of the coolest things that I like to invite people to do and to start the practice of is changing ourselves from operating 90% in reaction to the world to only operating 10% reaction to the world. And the other 90% we change into the space of being completely in ourselves and operating from our soul perspective. Pretty cool. In addition, we go through a lot of educations on ceremony and rites and how to incorporate all of that within your practice and how to set you up for an entire year of success. So the discount for that for everybody who completes the 90-day happiness challenge. It is a local thing because we do it in person, so you can come through. But you can come through Reno and join us if you choose to do that. But that discount is going to be a whopping half off of the ticket price. So the ticket prices for that are $444, and that means you only have to pay $222 for that shamanic workshop. Amazing deal. Last year when I did it, I had so much information, it was ridiculous. And so this year we've retooled it using the guide from Spirit, and there's a little bit more, a little bit more in there, but it's also a little bit more in a support structure for you. On day 3, super cool. Everybody who attends that the Shamanic Manifestation Workshop also gets to attend the Reiki 1 and 2 class, my first teaching of the year of 2021, and it starts off right away with Holy Fire Reiki 3, 1, and 2 right away. So super powerful there. Okay, what else can I say? If you're participating in this, let's just get this over with. Go ahead and make sure that you're posting using the tags of 90-Day Happiness Challenge, and also you can tag me, Matthew Henry McLean, Shamanic Happiness Coach, so I can see your posts, make some comments on them, and give you support. If you do need to reach out for support, please do that. You can go onto Facebook and find me. You can email me. My business number is also available right there. So what else can I say? Additional support for today is super powerful. Again, there's so many little things in which I launched this just completely with the guiding implications of Spirit and the invitation from Spirit. And it turns out the 11th day, which is super powerful, is falling on November 11th. And it just so happens that I've aligned a meditation for tonight. So I'm retooling what this meditation is, and we're going to be doing some 11:11 expansion, some I ams, to really ground in, hi Douglas, what we are doing, how we're showing up in the world, and what we're here to do. So without further ado, a little recap from yesterday. The energies just felt really powerful. I was watching some of the posts, and everybody is expanding right on time, so super powerful. Yesterday, It was the completion of understanding that we're in the transition of things and we're shaking up our foundation. And now we're being asked today to go into like the resolidification of our foundation. Super powerful, right? So today, the charge is for you to participate in 11:11. Generally, and could be however it looks for you, the assignment is to switch around some of your routine, some of your understanding, some of your mental projections, whatever you might want to call that, so that you are not, or you're no longer operating from the connection to the collective dysfunction, and instead you're operating from a connection to the higher source, the higher being, what you are here to do, what you are here in service to do, what is going to make you the happiest person that you can possibly be, because you're following your soul's contract, your complete divine inspiration. So I got a lot of notes. I'm going to cover a little bit more about what 11 is today, just to give context for what this means in participating for today. In addition, I pulled a card and I am so just geeking out right now over this. I've got some more research to do on my end with the card pull for today. So super powerful. The card pull today was from Colette Baron Reed's The Spirit Animal Oracle, or Spirit Animal Oracle deck. Yeah, right there. Yes, yes. And you can hear the little pitter patter of Dundee walking around back there. Dundos, why don't you come and take a load off, buddy? Come and snuggle with us. I got Tolkien. No? Okay. So here's the card. Hummingbird. Holy moly. It says, be here now. The reason why I was geeking out is because it's 34, the card number 34. And for the last, I don't know, week, 10 days or something of that nature, my partner and I have been witness to 34 constantly, looking at the clock, getting directions, like they land on page 34, all these other crazy, amazing things. So super powerful that 34 is coming in, so it's probably a message for you as well. I'm going to do some more research into what 3 and 4 and how they interact together, research on like what they're doing for me and what the universe is asking me to show up to. Generally, it's just angels trying to get your attention, knowing your progression, but that's super powerful. So again, you can look at this hummingbird, and the message from hummingbird is just to be here in the now, in the space of looking at your life, and you know that what you are creating is waiting here for you, and it's already in alignment. It's in full support. Hummingbird is about looking into the mythics of life. Like, we can't get bogged down with linear, like, lack thinking, such as, I'm not going to make it to the next flower. You're just going to have to trust that you are, right? You're going to have to trust that no matter what you do in life, and you can align to this, no matter what you do in life, you taste the most perfect and nutritious nectars of life. Because when a hummingbird stops feeding, they get in trouble. They start going down, right? And that's kind of like a good example of linear thinking. Hello. So getting into that space of understanding that what you are creating is aligning and being shown to you. Another powerful aspect of that card is, again, kind of like looking with flowers and how the universe is showing up to you. And maybe you see a whole bunch of opportunities all around you. And guess what? It's okay to see a billion opportunities. Take the ones that are calling to your soul the most. Don't get crazy and overwhelmed and say, oh my gosh, there's so many things going on. Just realign, get back into yourself, realign and say, no matter what I choose, it is for my greatest and highest good, and to fall into the level of soul trust. Which brings me to explain a little about 444, or about, 11:11. So 11, it's a portal. It's generally in this space, and 11 can come multiple times. The fact that we have so many synchronicities for this 11, November, also the 11th day, is very powerful. There's also a synchronicity behind 2020 because the 2-2 means 4, and in 11:11 there are 4 ones. So again, we see all these parallels and synchronicities happening. So just to be present for the unfolding of the future, so to speak. So again, lack thinking keeps us in the past, and lack thinking keeps us in the past. And what I mean by that is that we think that we originated from our past instead of thinking that we are moving into the future. And when we move into the future, again, we have to be in this level of trust, because some of it is completely outside of our purview. And when we're going to the space of trust, we have to go back to our soul level of intuition, our soul understanding of who we be and how we are here and why we are here. When we engage in this level, then we let go of what we might think was in our past that's holding us back or defining us or whatever that might be. And we move forward and we align with the helpers so that they can show up to us. And woo, birthday month, yes, so people are commenting, love it. In aligning with our future, what this also shows is like, how do I say this? Your brain aligns, becomes efficient at noticing what you focus on. And so if you focus on your past, your brain wants to make it easy to focus on your past. It doesn't want to make that difficult. If you are focusing on your future and what's ahead of you, what's your intuition telling you, your brain is going to start aligning to understanding what are the messages coming through that the angels or that my guides or the universe or whatever is showing me. So the more we step into the future tense of ourselves, the more messages we will notice and see, because messages are all around us. So powerful in that space. So going back into the 11 now, I took a lot of notes so that I would not forget to tell you guys anything, because it's a lot today. 11:11, again, it's gates. So we have this transition from the completion of one thing at 10 to the introduction of a new shift at 11, which also means just the doorway is opened up for us to get more channeling, more divine intention, more divine inspiration. And what that might look like is a knowing information coming to you. You might have a mind shift change, or you might be like, wow, why did I just think of this? Whatever that may be. You may notice that your tastes change. And on that level, it means that your biology is changing, your DNA is changing from this download. Going in, we understand that, again, as we are transitioning from the past into the future, so we're closing one door, we're opening another one, we get the additional reflection that everything that we create in life is because it's a mirror of what what's subconscious, how we're acting, how we're showing up in the world. And so everything that we see is a reflection of what we have created. And this is on the personal level, this is on the mass consciousness level as well. So as we move into this space, we can understand that it is time for us to integrate whatever new messages we are getting, whatever new inspirations we're getting, whatever new life callings we're getting, new life assignments, because those life assignments are what is supposed to dictate how the reflection of the future looks. Boom. It's kind of big on that one, right? So, next bullet point down. This one, a while ago, a long time ago, we had this transmission that we were going to get indigo children and rainbow children and crystal souls and all these other upgrades, so to speak, to the human consciousness. And we are all being reactivated again. So we're going to get more inspiration. Chances are, if you are under the age of, at the longest point, under the age of about 38, 39, maybe 40, you are part of this movement. You are part of the people who are bringing in this one consciousness, this unity consciousness onto this planet in whatever you're supposed to do. So you might have aspirations to go into a certain field or whatever. Know that you're in the right place at the right time right now for you to reflect on what the past has been like and where the future is going for you. Continuing on. I talked about unity consciousness, yes. So big, a lot of us, chances are it's you, have an understanding of what it means to be in the unity consciousness. So I don't like competition, so to speak. I don't believe in a separation of X, Y, and Z. Those are all spaces where you are being asked to go into unity consciousness, and you are being asked to reflect your soul's understanding of unity consciousness. Next one is starting something new today. So we've already talked about it a little bit, and we've already talked about the closing of one door and the opening of a new door. What I mean by starting something new is you are ready to start something, a project, the new phase of yourself, whatever it is. You're in this challenge, so you're doing that as well. Come on, Dundus. You can hear the pitter patter of feet. Come on, come Snuggles. Come Snuggles. Dad's a good boy. And so start something new with the full understanding and support that you are being guided. Yes, on a soul level. And so that might feel uncomfortable. What I mean by it might feel uncomfortable is you're getting knowings, you're getting sensations, you're getting intuitions that are guiding you forward, and you don't know where they're coming from generally. Unless, of course, you are somebody who is very good at tapping into the soul level, the oneness consciousness, the higher levels of your existence, and in which case you can directly interact with that. Akashic readers, et cetera, et cetera. We do that too. In that space, looking at what is new coming forward and how do I trust boldly into that, because that is your soul's motivation, your soul's manifestation coming through even stronger for you. And again, we may not know why that's coming. It may feel uncomfortable. We may be asked to do something that's very against old programming, and that is okay, because you are supported. So moving on, let's see. Oh, the total awesome significance of having this be 1111, and there's 4 of those ones, is that we have 4 pillars of structured protection, 4 pillars of support. They show up in the form of the angels, the archangels, however you want to put that, being Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. You can look into each of those archangels to see how they show up for you and why they're there. In addition, 4 is the physical manifestation number. It is the earth level number. So as we are in the 1111, it means that you need to manifest right now into this material world. That is what the assignment is. What else can I say? Next bullet point is go ahead and strengthen your I ams. So as we're calling in manifestations, it's really important to understand what I ams you're prescribing to. So tonight we're going to do that meditation for anybody who shows up for it. It's going to be a download of information on the subconscious level. We're going to do an I am meditation. In addition, we're going to go ahead and do an exploration into the future self. Super fun. I have not been called to ask to do this or provide this before, but in the online space, but I am now. I got the message earlier this morning as I was in meditation and doing my thing, and boom, you are all supposed to get that. So there you go. Next bullet point is, this is the cool one too, is right now we have the conscious decision to transform stuck energy or blocks in the moment. So if you find a stuck energy or a block, then it is time for you to cognitively make actions that reflect a new form of being rather than an old form of being. So, example, let's just say you don't like a lot of clutter or messes distract you, in which case maybe you have a hard time cleaning up the clutter or the messes, whatever it would be. So you can do a couple things. One is to not be stressed out by your messes and just to really be in the okay of the mess and allow that transition to come through. Understand that you don't have to be deregulated by the mess. 2 is if you're somebody who doesn't clean up the mess, go ahead and no matter what you're doing, stop and clean up your mess. And the reason why I say this is because we're actively bringing in a new physical form of how we choose to operate in the world. That is your first step in redoing your subconscious patterns, your subconscious programming, and one of the most powerful ones. So it's also an I am shift. Another big drop there, it's an I am shift. So when we are taking it from the subconscious into the conscious, what we're also doing is allowing all of the things that do not serve us to come up for a review. So if you're ready for that, go ahead and do a meditation, whatever it would be tonight. We're probably going to get that stuff too, is to do a review of your subconscious blocks, or the subconscious that's coming through to show you what blocks you have. And that can be in the form of mental chatter. That could be in the form of actions. That could be in the form of, let's just say you have a hard time showing up on time to something, no matter what, like the stoplights always go red, or there's an accident in front of you, whatever that is, that's a block that you're following with. And so you can understand that, whoa, okay, so this is showing up constantly for me. How do I move that around? And the initial thing probably would just be to either leave earlier or just allow the unconscious block to send you a message. Allow it to come through. And you could do automatic writing. I enjoy doing that kind of a thing. You can also set a recorder and just start talking. Just do some channeling for whatever it is. And it could say anything you want. Or it's not going to say anything you want. It's going to come through in exactly how it's supposed to come through. So you must trust anything you say, okay? Even if it just needs to be heard so that it can be disproved. That's totally okay. Last thing that we have to talk about for this 11:11 is that we all have this, set that down, this understanding that we have an internal connection, I'll say, connection to universal consciousness and to unity consciousness and to collaboration and whatnot. When we act out of a place of hurt, we separate from those spaces, and we then act out in physical form the manifestation of that separation, okay? We know that it's not fun and that it's outside of our alignment because we suffer when we do it. Now, in the space of bringing in the new paradigm, when your soul is asking you to show up in this moment for the new paradigm, it means that you are here to influence somebody, maybe yourself, but the actions that you're doing and taking are powerful and they are meaningful. It also means that the more that we get into the space of acting out the new paradigm, the more that it becomes reality. Seems simple, but a lot of us, we have a hard time doing that. So what does this new paradigm mean for you? In your soul contracts, okay, in your life assignments, the way that you're supposed to show up today and for the future. But get into the space of just recognizing where you truly believe the world can exist. The future of the world in all of its glory, right? Maybe you view, maybe you have an inspirational picture that there are no more borders, that there is no homelessness or hunger. Maybe you have an idea that government shifts completely. Maybe you have an idea of a currency-less world. Maybe you have an idea of just things coming back into Einian balance, in which we take care of our oceans, our food supplies, the earth, Mother Earth specifically, how we connect back into Mother Earth, where we might, let's say, where we lose the understanding, the brainwashing, I'll put, that humans are separate from animals. Because we are an animal, we are fully connected to the world around us, and we can communicate just like all other aspects of the world communicates. We can take in situational knowledge, such as looking at an event and getting more knowledge than what we might understand, such as when the wind blows this direction, it means this. Right? We think about like the consciousness of animals all over this planet, and a lot of them have this kind of understanding, this language of worldly interaction, we'll say, of worldly navigation. They understand it on a different level. And so for us, a huge power for us is to let go of the thoughts that we are separate from the world. We know that other animals on this planet have consciousness, let's say consciousnesses similar to ours, dolphins, octopus. We know that elephants are extremely intelligent. And those are just the key ones that we often are reminded of, that have extreme intelligence and have different ways of looking at the world. So now you are asked to be a channel for the new paradigm, for the new way of looking at the world. Boom. And you're welcome. So, with light and love, I say namaste. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. I'm celebrating this 11/11 with some cacao. This is the only thing I've had to sustain myself today, besides other tea. And I had a teeny bit of coffee this morning, but then I was like, screw the coffee, I'm doing cacao. And I love it because the cacao bird's visiting me. Yum, yum, yum. So with light and love, everybody, if you need support, please go ahead and follow those links in the description. Yes, yes. Follow the links in the description. Sign up for the meditation tonight. Also, the class that is on the 20th is filling up. There's a lot of talk. I just got off of a Zoom today where they're all going to take the spots, but I'm leaving it open to those who feel called. After that, it would be, I believe it's the 4th or the 6th is the next one. You can sign up for that one, okay? If you need to reach out to me, please do. And yeah, with light and love. Transmit today, guys. We will see you tomorrow. Oh, just to clarify, just give us an example of what you're showing up today as, what your transition is supposed to be, what the universe is asking you to do in this new paradigm. Maybe you have a unique view of what the paradigm would be. Anything is game. Post it.